Fashion is a living, breathing art, okay? It is a living, breathing art. You only look good if you make it look good. You have to make it look good. Hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time. Today I'm going to be talking about the evolution of fashion in the world of social media. I actually just wrote an article on this topic, and I decided to make a video just basically elaborating more on what I wrote. So if you want to check out the article, definitely check out the community section. My article is there. And also to check out my Instagram. My Instagram is Starlighten Media. Okay, star, like star, lighten, like light, and then E-N at the end, media. I'm pretty sure you know how to spell media if you're here, okay? And it also too is also my header. So Starlight Media on Instagram, and check it out there as well. But without further ado, we're going to be talking about how fashion has evolved thanks to social media. Look at the fit. Look at the fit. You know, yeah. All right. The first impact social media had on fashion is very personal, right? More people are able to know how to dress, okay? More people know how to dress. So I feel like there's really no excuses when it comes to not knowing how to dress. And that's the thing, knowing how to dress, I even wanted to say that it's more subjective, but let's be real, like, you don't have to have the same style as somebody to acknowledge that they know how to dress, right? Because the thing with knowing how to dress is that there's intention put behind it. And when you put intention behind anything, it's gonna show. But then especially with fashion, it's like that's the first thing people see when they look at you is what are you wearing? How are you wearing it? And literally how are you wearing it, but then also too like through your body language. So I feel like more people thanks to social sites like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, people have these tools to look up how they can dress. We have TikTokers that showcase, we have TikTokers that literally show how to dress, right? They show you, oh, you can pair this vertically striped blouse and you can pair with a vest, a half vest, and a tie, right? We have people that can literally show you how you can put random garments, how to put random garments together and how to make it complement each other, how to be more harmonious with your dressing. So we have these tools, right? Before social media, people would look at magazines, they would look at red carpets, they would look at TV shows, movies to get an idea of how to dress. And of course, they're gonna, dress like how the people in their town are dressing too, right? If you see that your neighbors and your classmates are wearing Air Force Ones, then you're gonna be like, oh shit, Air Force Ones are in, let me go get me a pair. And then how you see your classmates styling them, okay, maybe with some baggy jeans, a jersey, a fitted cap, you're gonna think that that's what's in with the trends. You're gonna see that, okay, that's what we're putting on, and then you're gonna go and put that on. But now it's like you have so many different avenues, you have so many different resources when it comes to learning how to dress, when it comes to being able to develop a style. I feel like people are also too more inspired to put effort into their looks. And I say this because like there's really no excuses. Like there's seriously not. You can put literally a very cute outfit from clothes that you got from Five Below. I'm being so serious. Like you could find and don't sleep, because there be some cute stuff at Five Below too. I've got these really cute butterfly sandals from there. They're really, really cute. But anyways, you can find some really cute clothes anywhere, okay? It could be hand-me-downs. It could be thrifted. It could be something that you may have thought was ugly and hideous, maybe give or take 5 years ago, but then today you're like, wait a minute, I know how I can make this work, right? So I feel like there's no excuses when it comes to not putting in effort. Like, it literally is a choice at this point. And with that being said, I feel like more people are putting effort into their looks. I mean, I feel like people are kind of okay with the idea of putting on heels and putting on dress shoes and putting on their best fit just to go to the grocery store, okay? In the produce aisle looking good as hell, okay? Getting that bread looking good as hell, okay? Because, I mean, why not? Why not express yourself to the world? Why not show up in like the best version of yourself, right? So I feel like people definitely are more into the idea of putting effort into how they show up and what they wear wherever they go. And people are more open to exploring their styles. I mean, we have, especially a site like TikTok. I feel like TikTok really opened up this floodgate of everything everywhere all at once, where we're having so many different timelines, different paths intersect, you know, and it's kind of similar to YouTube, but I feel like with TikTok it's more immediate, right? Because at least with YouTube your feed is more curated to like your feed, your algorithm is more curated to things that like, okay, like this is what you really like, or this is what you've been watching. But TikTok will throw in random stuff every now and then, even if, you know, the algorithm is, and your feed is still going to be curated towards you. But trust and believe me, TikTok is going to throw in that 1 or 2 random video of some random person in the country halfway across from where you are, and it's like, what is this? But the thing with that is that it exposes you to different things that you may have not even knew existed, or that you may have not even been aware about. And depending on what it is, it may draw you in and you'd be like, oh, okay, this is interesting, like, let me learn more. And I say the same, and that goes with fashion too. So with people being more exposed to different information, ultimately fashion will be affected in that sense too, right? So let's say you were more interested in more simple, classy look, but then you got exposed to more streetwear, right? You started seeing more streetwear, the streetwear aesthetic, and you're like, oh wow, this is really neat. Like, let me try to experiment. Let me try to merge a simple, classy look, but also with streetwear, right? Let me mash bohemian with coastal wear, right? There are so many different lanes, there are so many different sections of fashion, and I feel like people are finding a way to intersect their different interests into one in a way that it looks good to them, or not. It may not look good, but people are still open to experimenting their looks and finding out how to harmonize. Sometimes not that well of a job, but finding a way, putting in the effort into harmonizing different styles of looks. Accessibility is another theme when it comes to the transformation of fashion thanks to social media. For one, we have brands that are more open to being more inclusive or more conscious and more mindful of the sizes, like their clothing sizes that they provide to their audiences. Make sure that there are a wide range of clothing sizes in their collection. And the thing that's so interesting with fashion is that depending on the designer, they typically have a particular body size in mind, right? Let's say they're inspired by a person they know, they're working based off their own body, and then from there, if they're trying to sell it to the public, they have to find a way to curate it to all different types of body sizes, right? Because it's not just petite and it's not just more voluptuous, right? So there are different types of body shapes, different body sizes, and I feel like something too that we're noticing is that we're seeing more plus size models, and then we're also seeing more plus size fashion designers. We're seeing more people who 10-15 years ago, we wouldn't really be seeing the face of them, but now we're starting to see more and more people who are of different body sizes, different body shapes, even differently abled people, right? People who may be missing limbs, who may not be able to walk, who are using wheelchairs. We also see them being catered to in the fashion space. I also think that the gap of having accessibility to cute clothes, it closed, because think about it. Sites like Shein, Fashion Nova, and all these other damn brands that keep popping up on the timeline, TikTok Shop, you have people who are able to buy, give or take, 50 garments, right? 50 garments of really, really cute, trendy clothes for maybe under $200, right? Where before you would see really nice, cute, like pleasing to the eye clothing would be pretty much on the higher end, right? So if you weren't able to afford going to insert store name, because a store where you really had to put in some bank, you would pretty much have to work with what was around you. And depending on the type of person that you were, if you really were into fashion, you could turn something that you got from Burlington that was maybe a 2 into an 8, hell, even a 10, right? But now it's like you don't even have to worry about doing all of that, because literally all you got to do is go on Shein, go on TikTok Shop, and you can find some really cute clothing at an affordable price. Now, the thing is, the quality of it, that's a whole nother story. The quality of it may be dookie, right? You may be able to wear it maybe at most 5 wears out of it before it starts to break down and deteriorate. But hey, at least you get the cute photos for the gram and TikTok, get them little TikTok videos, so people are also more open to sharing where they get their stuff from. I mean, the gate just keeps on opening wider and wider and wider. People will tell you, oh yeah, I got this tie from, I found this tie in my house. Okay, I found this tie in my house. I don't know where it's from, but I got this tie from Target. I got these earrings from Forever 21. I actually did get these from Forever 21. Social media has become a large resource when it comes to finding out where you can find some really, really cute, affordable stuff. Before, you would really have to put in the effort and make sure that you, one, have the eye for cute stuff, and then for two, make sure that you have even the energy to invest into looking for cute stuff. Whereas now, literally all you gotta do is go on your phone, and people will tell you, people are willing to tell you and share the information that, oh yeah, I got this really cute XYZ from da-da-da-da-da. Sustainability. I feel like sustainability is something that is a progress when it comes to the fashion world. Is definitely more, it's a work in progress. But the interesting thing I've seen is that thrifting has become destigmatized. Like, before, thrifting, you went thrifting, but now it's like you go thrifting and it's like, oh my god, you went thrifting, like, want to thrift sometime? Like, people who even have the means to go drop a bag at like a high-end store will also go thrifting, because they see how it's starting to gain more respect. It's starting to gain cool points, right? And the thing that people love so much about thrifting is that you can get some really nice garments that can stand the test of time for an affordable price. And I think it's so important that, especially in a time, and this is another thing that social media has brought about, is this need to be in that fast fashion, like, I need it now, I need it now, I need it now, like quantity over quality. So it's like a lot of these brands, a lot of these manufacturers are able to get away with providing like crappy quality clothing. But at least with thrifting, is some of the garments there, they have been worn for years, right? But they still look good. They may not look brand new, but they still look presentable. And someone can go ahead and buy it and they can wear it for years and years and years and years. And that's the whole point of sustainability, is to sustain, is to maintain. So it's like, it's doing its job, right? And people want that. I feel like people are going to want things that are going to be more sustainable, because it's like, eventually people are not going to want to buy new pairs of clothes every 3 weeks. Like, people are going to eventually want to wear stuff that, okay, I've had this for like 10-15 years. Let me find a way to diversify the look. With thrifting, people are able to find some really nice, unique finds, really nice, unique clothing at an affordable price. And it also encourages people to upcycle. So if you're a designer, if you're really into DIYs, you can find some really nice garments, or, find some garments at thrift stores, and that you can be able to transform it into a whole nother look. Business. I'm serving a little business today. Business. I feel like this is also a really, really major one, okay? I feel like brands have become a little bit more closer with their consumers. I feel like brands are putting in more of an effort to establish a relationship with their consumers. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the ones that are keeping the brand alive. So the least you could do is, have some sort of relationship with the people that are empowering you, right? From Instagram polls and brands being able to ask their audience questions, to TikTok, creating TikTok videos that are referencing a particular clothing item or a particular brand. And this is not just the brands that are doing it, it's also the audience, it's also consumers that are making these videos, right? So that's why you got to be careful too as a brand, because people's voices are heard. People talk, and talk travels, okay? So if you're over here providing caca service, caca clothing, caca quality, people are going to, all they got to do is make a video, and next thing you know, people already know what's going on about your shady business practices. And if you screwed over a lot more people, that video is going to encourage a lot more people to come forward and, bring out your dirty laundry. So that gap between a business and consumers, I feel like it's just pushing, it's closing. Businesses do want to become more involved and more engaged with their consumers, and consumers definitely want to get the insight. They want to get the inside scoop on, what these brands are doing. How are they making their products? Even what's the inspiration behind the products? And they also want to get involved. Like, there's people that want to model. There's people that want to help pitch ideas, right? And these brands aren't slick. We know that they look at people's accounts. They look at the everyday person's account, and they take inspiration from them, and they end up literally creating garments and items from what they see from the everyday person. And this is nothing new. They did this prior to social media. So what makes you think they're not doing it 10 times more now, And if you're not happy with mainstream fashion brands, you can just ditch it all together and create your own fashion line. We've been seeing a lot more fashion brands come and emerge this past few years, especially after 2020, where a lot of people were like, let me go ahead and, one, make use of my time, and then two, right now is really not the time for me to be putting out, so maybe let me figure out a way that I can be bringing in. And so we see that a lot more people are able to create their own fashion brands and also start small. You can crochet a few pieces, right? You can crochet a few pieces and you can create an Instagram account and you can promote your stuff and people can come and buy from you, right? And then from that, you can be able to grow and build your business. A lot of people are utilizing social media and being able to promote their brands, as well as learn how to build up their brands, learning how to learning how to sew, learning how to crochet, learning how to knit, learning how to design. And also two, they're utilizing social media to connect with their audience, put their stuff out there, sell their stuff, get noticed, get seen. And a lot of people are also willing to take the slower route. They're also willing to build up their brand and let it flourish and bloom into the way that it needs to be, instead of taking the traditional route and feeling like you got to have your everything trademark and LLC and this and the third, whereas like, you know what, I have the idea. Instead of me feeling like I have to take 10 years to make it come about, let me just start now. Let me work with what I have. So we see a lot more smaller brands, a lot more smaller fashion brands, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, we see the same stuff. And while I do agree, because I feel like a lot people could be more, don't be afraid to have fun with your clothes. Like, if you really want to have a fashion brand, at least one, if you're not really into fashion but you're just trying to have a business, trying to make some money, at least collaborate with somebody that's actually into fashion, because that will help you in the long run. And if you're actually into fashion, you don't have to make the most craziest, biggest, time-consuming garments, but hell, be creative, be different. We don't need the same damn 15 variation of a beanie. We don't need the same damn 15 variations of tracksuits, okay? We don't need the same different variations of t-shirts with words written on the back. We need people who are coming out with innovative, funky, fierce, just chic clothes. We don't need to see the same thing over and 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 over. And that is sadly what social media has brought about. Copycats, okay? People copying, people feeling like they don't have an original bone in their body, so it's just like whatever they see, they gotta imitate, they gotta mimic. And it's like, yo, don't get me wrong, like if something is cute, something is cute, and if you feel compelled to wear it, then by all means. But I feel like for people to just straight up be copying and imitating everything they see online, it's just a no-go. It's like, why not develop your own personal style? That is the whole point of fashion, is to develop your own personal style. It's to speak, it's your clothes, what you wear is your it's your representative, right? Before people get to even know your name, your age, how you're even doing, your clothes literally gives an idea as to who you are. I feel like, copying people and imitating people just speaks to a deeper rooted issue as to not having a sense of one's own identity and even value. So you feel the need to have to copy other people, what they're doing, what they look like, when it's just like, no, at the end of the day, you need to be you. And there's a difference between being inspired and imitating. Imitating is like, you're just doing it because you think it's going to work for you. You're just doing it because there's no sense of direction within yourself, and you're just doing it just to do it. And that is sadly what we're seeing. Fashion is a living, breathing art, okay? It is a living, breathing art. You only look good if you make it look good. You have to make it look good. Fashion is intuitive, okay? Fashion is intuitive. And don't get me wrong, there's some things where it's just like, okay, it objectively looks good, but it's like, you're just offending me. Now you're just offending me because it's like, you don't know how to dress. You just literally copied homegirl's whole outfit. You just imitated homeboy's whole look. Baby, you don't know how to dress. They know how to dress, but you're just copying. You still look good, but you don't know how to dress. It's two different things. You can look good and still not know how to dress, okay? And another downside with, that has been brought about is the whole, again, feeling the need to have that mass consumption. And again, it's just adding and pushing the gas pedal onto this fast fashion, needing to have everything right then. And we already see how that is affecting the environment. And the idea of sustainability is out there, and like, I literally that was one of the themes, is sustainability, right? Such as thrifting. But it's not like everybody's thrifting. It's not like everybody's wearing hand-me-downs. It's not like everybody is being, I don't even just say conscious, but it's not like everybody's actually taking the initiative to do it. So with that, it's like we have more people, in my opinion, who are contributing to, and myself included, because I'm not going to say I've never shopped from Shein, right? So we have more people that are contributing to this fast fashion. You know, social media has definitely done this big one, especially when it comes to fashion. I feel like, though, fashion, I will say, something I really have noticed is that fashion also has gained a little bit more respect in the general public's eye, because people are starting to see the value in fashion. People are starting to see the value in the effort into putting into your appearance. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about what fashion will look like in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, we keep hearing about AI. So what do you guys think fashion is gonna, like, where is the state of fashion gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you think AI is gonna be a little bit more implemented, so we're gonna start seeing more like people putting their outfits together through ChatGPT? Do you think that we're gonna be seeing like holographic outfits? I mean, who knows, right? Like, life is crazy. So what do you guys think fashion is gonna be like within the coming years? Thank you for tuning into my video. You guys will definitely be seeing more of me, okay? But in the meantime, make sure to be taking care of yourself, living and walking in your truth, baby. And make sure that you are fierce, okay? Make sure you look fierce, okay? Make sure you always look good. Don't ever let anybody make you feel bad for dressing up, even if it's just to sit in your bedroom and talk to the camera, okay?